Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick, and in this video we're taking another look at ANKR, and specifically the price action of ANKR and whether or not we are going to be moving up to the next level really soon. As we get into this video, guys, if you find it useful and informative, then do go ahead and hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you are new, subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and you won't miss another ANKR update. Right, with that said, done and out of the way, let's get into some technical analysis here for ANKR. Right, we are going to start things off with this weekly chart, right? So we're ANKR paired with USDT, and Binance is the data source. Now, obviously, we can see the 5 impulse waves to the upside, and that basically will finish and conclude the bull run as we start to see this 5th wave in. Okay, the other things that are really important that we acknowledge is we found good support down here, okay, and that's working really well for us at the moment, and we can see that we are heading to the overbought area on the weekly stochastic RSI. So everything there is looking pretty good. We can see that the bull run is likely to add another 626% to the price of ANKR. So again, this is in line with our expectations and everything has been moving nicely. Now, the sideways trade that we've seen for the last 4 weeks is absolutely key. This sideways trade allows us to move on technically, okay? And I'm going to get into why this is in just a moment. So the next thing that we want to obviously acknowledge is obviously the good sideways trade, the good push to the upside, the stochastic that's now going up into an overbought area, the leaving behind this accumulation zone. So I will be looking to do some more accumulation zones as things start to heat up here with ANKR in the very near future. Let's jump on down into our daily view. Okay, this is where we get the Fibonacci retracement tool. This actually shows us the higher area, right? This actually comes in at 77 cents. Okay, so pretty good progress to be made up there, right? For our current price is 10 cents, so you're looking at 7x or so on that, or 7.7x on your money. So pretty good in an interesting kind of perspective. Now, obviously, on that journey to the upside, the main key area that we're really focusing in on is this area here. This basically is where we're looking to get the closed candle above, and the closed candle up here is going to be the bull signal that takes us to the next level, okay? So right now we're fighting up against this resistance, which comes in at the 382. This comes in at 11.2 cents. This area is the resistance line that we're trying to push on through. Now, the main thing that we want to obviously acknowledge is the correction. This sideways trade that we've been having here has allowed us to correct our stochastic RSI. Obviously, we're not oversold just yet, but there is definitely a downward trend here. And if we were to break that trend and actually start to see a push to the upside, we will have a good boom, which will take us to the next level. I do think, however, we are likely to go back into this oversold area one last time before ANKR does have a big move to the upside. That being said, if all the other altcoins do decide that they're going to have a really good run, then ultimately I think ANKR will not go down any lower. It will just go up with everything else and really push past some of these levels. That being said, though, we'll just go up into the overall area quicker than many of the other projects. Okay, so progress here for ANKR is looking pretty good as it looks and targets out to get the next level, right? Getting past 11.2 is the main problem, but this is going to technically allow that to happen, being nice and low where it is on this stochastic RSI. So on this daily chart, everything is corrected nicely after this particular move here out of the accumulation zone, taking us to the overbought area, in line with many of the other altcoins requiring a correction. That's exactly what you've seen here without any major damages to the price. We just traded sideways, corrected our RSI, and now we're in a pretty good position. This is getting ready now for that next step to the upside, and obviously we are targeting in that scenario 13.2 as the next kind of major area that we want to tackle. Now, resistance will actually come in at 12.4, so it'll be a little bit short of that, but again, we might wick above and actually get to that resistance of 13.2. Okay, so nothing moves up in straight lines. You have good motion like this, you have a correction here, and then we had this sideways trade. Okay, so right now what we're looking for is to basically take that next step, push on up, go sideways, push on up, and push sideways, right? So ANKR is one of those projects that do a lot for the space, so I do want to see this one succeed. I think it's going to do really well, topping out at 77 cents, but I have put the 5th wave up there at $1 because I think that's going to be the limit on this one, and I see it's kind of wicking out to that kind of level in the future. But the Fibonacci 4.236 comes in at 77 cents for those who are interested. Now, when we jump down into our hourly, this is where we can start to see the corrections and what's been going on, and we can see that we were oversold down here. Okay, we pushed all the way back to the upside in this regard. Okay, this good push here up into the overbought area, and then we started to see the correction come in. The correction was this little tiny bit here. We've done a lot of damage to that RSI, right, without doing damage to the price. That's a good way to kind of see the sustainability. We can see that there is definitely resistance just up here at 10.7. We were rejected from there, and we're just moving back up right now. So the anticipation on the smaller time frames is to push down a little bit lower into the oversold area and then take the next step to the upside. I think ultimately for Anchor, we are going to see some more sideways trading for the next little while, but everything will really gear up and we'll take that next step. It's just not quite there. It's not quite as close as things like Cardano, for example, that's basically ahead of the pack, leading the way at the moment. But Anchor will get there, and Anchor will be able to follow in Cardano's wake, and obviously set path for new price discovery in the horizon. So we are talking probably a few weeks away, but everything on Anchor is definitely lining up quite nicely. And like I said, I don't switch between projects. You know, I like to make sure that I have a strategy per coin. I will not chase the money, and Anchor is doing well, has done well for me, and it will continue to do well for me as long as I follow my strategy and I do not get too emotional about what kind of is happening on these smaller time frames, such as the hourly, the daily. It's for me, I like to make sure that I'm monitoring what is going on with the weekly, knowing what the big picture is, knowing where I'm heading, and obviously unless something fundamentally shifts and changes with the project, you know, selling during the way up on my price targets as set out by my exit strategy for Anchor. Guys, hopefully you have found this brief update on Anchor useful and informative. If you have, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you are new, subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With that said, done and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.